let's talk about your draft. Were you surprised Justin Jefferson was available for you to snag there, 22nd overall?
Yeah, Rich, I think every coach and GM always says we were surprised that he was there when they picked him, but we really were this time. We didn't think he would slide down that far to us, and we were very fortunate. We had a group of guys there, but he was the guy that we really wanted. He's an outstanding receiver. He's great on the contested catches. He's able to run all kinds of different routes from different positions, and we felt like he was really pro-ready as he came in there.
And then obviously you were somebody who made a deal with San Francisco. Sitting there, you had the 25th overall pick. Walk me through the decision to make that move. Is that something where you just moving around the draft board because you thought the guy that you were going to choose eventually at 31st overall would still be there? Was Gladney a guy you were going to take at 25? Walk me through that process.
Yeah, typically, Rich, what happens is Rick Spielman, Rob Brzezinski, and George Payton are the guys that are making all the calls throughout the course of the draft. And we got to that point where we were picking 25th. There was an opportunity where there was 3 or 4 guys there, so we felt like Gladney was going to be there. But if not, we had a couple other options that we would have went to. We were fortunate that he fell down to us, and sometimes collecting more draft capital is probably more important. If you got 2 or 3 guys, whether it be an offensive lineman or a tight end or whatever position, if you got 3 or 4 guys sitting there and you feel like you can move back 5 or 6 spots, you can get some more draft capital, which can help your football team.
Well, I mean, if just hear me out here, coaches. So by making that deal, San Francisco goes and grabs Ayuk out of Arizona State, who again,
which we liked a lot.
I'm sure, but you also grabbed your guy in Justin Jefferson before. But the reason why I'm bringing all this up is that might have been a guy that could have been available for Green Bay, for instance. Just throwing that team out there because they then traded up to go get Jordan Love, which I don't know if you've noticed has created a bit of a stir within your division. Do you think you might have wound it up a little bit here by making that trade deep down? What do you think?
Rich, I'm going to go political on you, and I only care about what we do.
Come on now. Because there seems to be a bit of a hornet's nest that got kicked over within your division. Coach, what do you think?
Well, yeah, everybody's got to do what they feel is best interest in their organization. To me, Aaron Rodgers is a great player. Every week preparing for him is extremely difficult. He's so good at everything he does. He's so smart. He sees blitzes and everything like that. And he's always, he's a great player. So, but they have to do what they have to do, and we have to do what we have to do. And
sure,
hopefully it comes out our way when we play him opening day.
Well, certainly if they want to kick the tires on a young guy and sit him, right? You'd be all for that in Minnesota, right?
Yeah, no problem with me. They could play him if they want.
Jordan Love you're talking about, right? Not Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's just figure out when your first time you take – right. Let's just figure out the first time – opening weekend wouldn't be a bad spot, too, in your building, right? See what you got in him.
Yeah, that'd be a great spot.
Oh, man. We're just lingering in a somewhat serious way on this subject. Were you surprised to see that pick? As you were going about your business for 31st overall, you look up and you see that the Packers chose a quarterback in that spot?
Well, I think, they moved up to get him, so I suppose that we were surprised. Jordan Love's a good player. We had high grades on him as well.
You did.
I was talking to Parcells, I talked to him quite honest, quite often, and
yes.
He said, well, he said that's really not a bad idea to go out there and get another young quarterback and be prepared for if something does happen or things like that. So there's a lot of different ways to look at it. We're just more concerned about whoever stopping Aaron Rodgers, I guess would be the best way to say it.
I guess it would. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.